YouTube, what's going on? She got Professor Smell Good and be back, baby. All right, so this is 2007. We still on my journey to Professor Smell Good, right? Now, this is the year 2007. So I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what happened in 2007. All right, so in the summer, we're gonna start in the summer. In the summer of 2007, in July pretty much, I graduated from Detroit Job Corps. Graduated from there, the one on Woodrow Wilson over there, graduated. When I graduated, I was staying with a brother named Musa, okay? Brother named Musa for 2 months, right? August, September, October. Staying with him all the way up until October. When October came, right, unfortunate situations happened. I had to go to a homeless shelter called the Covenant House, and I think I talked to you guys about that before, okay? This was in 2007. I was over there at the Covenant House on Martin Luther King Boulevard, right? So I was there September. No, I arrived there in just about October. Yeah, around October. I think I stayed with him 3 months, right? I think it was like October or November, something like that. But it was a winter time for sure. It was in the winter time. So I was there. As soon as I got there that first week, I went to the Fairlane Town Center looking for a job, and walking around, and there was T-Mobile. Came across a brother named Rashid, Pakistani brother. So I asked him, I said, was you hiring? He said, yeah, of course, we're hiring. So he said, give me your application. I gave him my application, right? No. There was another place. That I gave my application. But I saw a brother named Ali in there, Indian brother named Ali. He also worked in the mall too. So I met him. I said, Salam alaikum. You know, we exchanged salams, things like that. I told him I was looking for a job. And he knew that Rashid was hiring for T-Mobile, but he didn't let me know. See, at the time, I was a new Muslim, so I wore earrings back in the day. So when I left, he made a dua for me. And he said, oh Allah, if you know that he's Muslim, allow him to come back so he can get this job. Very next day, I come there. I walks in, got my, my dress shirt on, got the tie on, polyester tie on, everything. Got my suitcase in my hand, and I saw him. And so he said, listen, I know a brother that's hiring, and I started working for T-Mobile. As I told you guys before. That was in the year 2007, right? So when I moved there, I told you guys that I saw a guy that had a business, Mexican brother, European perfumes, okay? Always had people crowd around. I'm like, man, that must be making really good money. The fact that he has a booth in the middle of the mall, and he's always crowded every time I walk past, and always smell good. So I bought one from him, specifically Kinnico Black, because that was the top seller at the time. I put it on, and I got tons of compliments. It lasts all day. Hey, now. It lasts all day. So what I did was I asked him, I said, do you do wholesale? He said, yeah. So I bought, as I told you guys, a pound of the Sean John Unforgivable for the men, and the Sean of the Kinnico Black for the men. And what I did was I mixed both of those together, and I called it Unpredictable. That was my very, very first mix that I made in 2007. And 2007 was the first blend that I ever made, and it was called Unpredictable. And in the blend series, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna make one of those, okay? So it's still winter. I came across my uncle, right? Uncle Ray. I told Uncle Ray I was excited about it. I said, Uncle Ray, I sell oils now, right? I'm still working at T-Mobile at the time. I said, I sell oils. He came, he picked me up from the Covenant House. This was in 2007. And he said, I sell oils now. Because he was familiar with the oils, but he never went into detail about it. So he said, listen. He said, what you know about oils? He said, really nothing. I just know it smells good. He said, do you know about Egyptian musk? I said, yeah, I smelled it before. He said, what do you know about Egyptian musk? I said, really nothing. He said, Egyptian musk is a light, faint, subtle scent, very thick. He said that, let me tell you the specialty of Egyptian musk. He said, when you wear it, everybody else smell it, but you don't. I said, what? No. Everybody else smell it, but you don't. How is that even possible? So, years went on, and he was exactly on point with that. Everybody else smell it, but you don't. It's very mysterious, right? So he was giving me game about the oils in 2007. You know, this is way before Professor Smellgood became Professor Smellgood. So he said, what you know about Izumiyaki? I said, I never heard of Izumiyaki. He said, you gotta have Izumiyaki. Izumiyaki is a well-known scent, that's a must-have. Egyptian musk and Izumiyaki is a must-have. That's what he told me. 2007. So, after that, he gave me a sample. He gave me a sample of 2 fragrances. Dolce & Gabbana for the men, and African Powder. Both of those I never heard about before. Never heard about. Okay? First 2 fragrances that was given to me by my uncle. Those 2. African Powder and Dolce & Gabbana for the men. Alright? And we're going to talk about, it's a story that came along with it. Later on, it will be a unique story that a unique blend that I made out of Dolce & Gabbana. I'm going to talk about that. Alright? So, we're still in the winter time, right? So, the same thing, remember I was a job corps, I had to go to my prayer every Friday, right? So, same thing with the job. You know, the fact that they was Pakistani Muslim brothers, they understood. They let me go to Jummah every Friday. I had to write a lot of this stuff down because I actually had to go back and say, wow, a lot of this stuff I forgot, man. So it was interesting to bring all of this information back because there's some Jews that I came across that I was not even aware of how I get to this point. So I went to Jummah one day, ran into a brother I know from New York named Tajani. I talked about him. They call him Prince Tajani. Abdul Haq, that's his name. African-American Muslim brother from New York, stay in Detroit. All right, he sold oils as well. He was known to sell oils, right? So he said to me one day, I used to come to Jummah fresh, man, GQ. You know what I'm saying? Apple Hat, Pico, Time, Smith, man, every single week. Man, I didn't have a beard, so I had all of this shaved off, but I had the little scuffle here. So I'm going to tell you what he did. He told me, he said, hey man, listen, he said, let me talk to you for a minute. That's all right. He said, listen, brother, he said, every single week I see you come in, you work at T-Mobile, you're doing your thing. He said, you know, I applaud you for that. He said, but don't get too used. Don't get too used. Don't get too accustomed to working for him because any disagreement happen, you fire you. You know what I'm saying? So he said, make room to get into this oil game. So I said, all right, cool. I said, all right, you know, I think, you know, I was always, just like I said, I was always the type of person, I give a person an ear. So, I ended up losing the job at T-Mobile because I didn't want to sign some documents that I didn't understand. And then, you know, I thought about, well, I didn't think about what Tajani said. Actually, yeah, I did. If that actually happened, that happened before I bought the oil. No, actually, no, I had bought the oils already. But I really didn't just get out here and just sell oils like that, you know what I'm saying? So I just had them, you know, just to make a little extra change. So when I lost that job, I really started considering what the brother was telling me. I was like, man, like, you know, maybe I should sell the oils. Next week, I got a job working at Metro PCS. So I said, okay, well, I mean, it's a done deal for that. I ain't got time for the oils right now. Oils, to me, were just like, you know, a little change on the side. Good morning, sir. How are you? All right. So, Metro PCS working. I told you guys the story before. You know, the guy, you know, he was cheating, and I confronted him about it 3 times. He let me go. So he let me go. It was, how's it going?
All right.
All right. Got him on sale 3 for 10 this morning. All right. So what happened was, you know, I lost my job, so I'm like, man, I need some money. So I saw the oils there. I still had all of those unpredictables, the Sean John and the Kinnico. I still had all of that, but I just never put it to use. So my uncle came over there, man. I was like, man, oils don't sell. That's what I thought. Oils don't sell. And the reason why I thought that, it wasn't because oils didn't sell, is because what? I didn't put the work in. That was the problem. I didn't put the work in. I didn't get out every single morning. You see? Whatever you put out there, that's what comes back to you. I didn't work. I didn't get out every single morning. I didn't promote my brand. I mean, I didn't promote the oils, right? So how was it going to sell? It's not even possible. So I gave it all away to my uncle. I'm like, I'm done with the oil game. I gave it away to my uncle. I gave all of it. It was like $300 worth of oils. I gave it away to my uncle. So got a job working at LeBon Poland, which is on the west side over there, on Linwood and Calvert, right? Fish joint, owned by a Pakistani brother. I don't know why I keep running to Pakistani brothers. And you know, I was working there for a week, and he noticed that I had management skills. He made me the manager. Second week, this is very, very interesting, beautiful. Watch this, listen. Second week I was working there. Actually, no, let me go back so you can see exactly how this coincides. My uncle, when he gave me those samples, he said, I'm going to tell you where you can get some oils from. He told me about Abdul Hamid, 2007. He said, Abdul Hamid at the Halal bookstore on Washington Boulevard over there. On the old David Whitney building, okay? So I went over there, that's how I got introduced to him. And I noticed he had everything. So now, let's go back. All right, let's go back to, dang, I lost track, man, here when it happened. It's gonna come back to me. Let's see. Okay, so I was talking about, hey, when it happens, man, hey, when it happens. So I was at the David Whitney building. All right, he introduced me to that. He introduced me to the oils, right? Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Okay, so LeBon Poland. The second week working there, his brother came there. He walked in, ordered his oil to get some food. Good morning, how are you? The brother had a white thobe on, white turban. Okay. The brother had hazel eyes, and the brother had some brown timber boots on. Walked in there, big beard, African American Muslim brother. So the brother walks in, orders food after he walked in, and we had the bulletproof glass back then. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still around, obviously, but I'm just saying. Most fish markets back then they didn't have them, but now a lot of them they got it. But back then we had it. Bulletproof glass with the little holes in it where you can hear what the person's saying. The brother walks in, he got close to the glass, ordered his food. When he finished, you know, of course I gave him salam alaikum. So I asked the brother, I said, "What you wearing, man?" He said, "White musk." As some people know it as, it's known as Arabian musk. I'm wearing Arabian musk. Nice, clean, fresh, pleasant musk, man. Very, very pleasant smell, man. Very pleasant. It's faint, light, crisp, pleasant musk. And he said it was African musk. And that brother was a brother that goes by the name of Abdul Jalil. A lot of you guys know Abdul Jalil. Okay? Abdul Jalil is a rapper, by the way. Okay? He's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He got an album called, I think it's called Journal 101, something like that. You know, but he's a well-known rapper in Detroit, Muslim brother. So anyway, when I smelled that Arabian musk, how y'all know this morning? Free sound for y'all too. Didn't I see you yesterday? Day before yesterday? No, oh, okay. Okay. Almost. So what happened was, a brother, I said, wow, that's a beautiful scent, man. That same week, Thursday, I went to the Halal bookstore. I asked him, "Do you got Arabian musk?" He said, "Yeah." I got Arabian musk, and the idea came to me. I mix boom, and I mix boom, and I mix boom, and I'm going to tell you guys, right? And this was actually my third mix that I made, which was, I called it So Fresh, So Clean, right? So Fresh, So Clean. Third mix that I made called So Fresh, So Clean. So when I made that mix, that Friday I wore it to Juma because I was working at the fish market, like one block to the left. How you doing this morning?
You know what?
That's right.
This smells so good.
Yep, everybody tell.
This smells so good. It smells good. Hold on. How much you charge? Can you give me 4 for $10?
4 for $10. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
You want to get it? Yeah. So how are you this morning?
I'm okay.
All right. So what happened was, it was a mosque close to LeBon Poland, right? I went there for Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's called Wali Muhammad Mosque. Right there on Linwood, close to where? Right across the street from... Okay. Thank you very much. Right across the street from Central High School. So, I went there for Juma. I sat down. One of the imams, his name was Dawood Ali. You probably know who he is. I rubbed it on, I rubbed some on myself, then I gave him a sample of it. Brother smelled it, he said, "Wow, this smells good." I don't know if he still remember this, but I don't forget.
How much is that?
$3.
Yeah.
$3.
$1.
$3.
This one?
Yeah, 3. These are $2 right here. These are 3, 30 sticks.
Is that $2?
These 2 right here.
2?
These are 2 and these are 3.
Okay, baby.
Okay. So I rubbed it on his wrist. He smelled it. He said, brother, that smells good right there. And that was just so fresh, so clean. 2007, in the springtime, that's when I made that one. Now, let's go back. 2007. No, actually, no. That was, I'm jumping ahead now. I done jumped all the way to 2008, right? So that's 2008, so I'm gonna talk about that. But 2007, one thing I forgot to mention was when we was at T-Mobile, when I was working at T-Mobile, I made a scent called Everlasting, where I used Dolce & Gabbana to make it. Yeah. So I made a scent called Everlasting. I used Dolce & Gabbana, Dolce & Gabbana for the men to make it. That was actually my second mix. The first one was Unpredictable, Kenny Cole Black, Sean John Unforgivable. Second was Dolce & Gabbana. And the reason why the Dolce & Gabbana, I thought about that was because obviously my uncle gave me a sample of the Dolce & Gabbana. Third one was so fresh, so clean, all right? So one more story and then that'll be it. 2007 in the wintertime, and then we're gonna go to you gotta watch the next one for 2008. In the wintertime, I was walking downtown, and I was going into a corner store on Griswold and State Street. Griswold and State Street. It was a corner store, right? Owned by Yemenis. So before I walked in the store, it was a brother on the corner selling incense. The brother name was Yazid. You probably know who Yazid is. Brother like 5'5". The brother speak like 3 or 4 languages, and the brother know like 4 or 5 different styles of martial arts, right? So the brother was selling this incense. And so that was the first brother that I came across that, actually no, he's the second brother. Tijani was the first brother that I seen sell oils. Yazid was the second brother that I seen that actually sell oils. So when I thought that was really interesting, because the way that he sold oils, I can relate to, because at T-Mobile, I would stop customers as they walk past. And he was doing exactly that. Hey, how y'all doing today? I got the incense, smell this, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, wow, I like the way he sells this incense, right?